Patterson dishes to Freak. Off target with his three.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
The feed now to Parsons. McGee a screen. Shot clock at 5. Parsons attacking. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game, because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT, no matter how hard you played. You want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
Now Mayo. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston. Shoots the three. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable. Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. Some Mavericks will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Villanueva comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Parsons checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Mayo in for Williams. And then for Toronto, Zeller, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Damari Carroll comes in for Luis Scola. And Freak subbed in for Corey Joseph. Chandler Parsons out there with Charlie Villanueva. Then there's J.J. Barea. Then there's JaVale McGee. And it's Mayo in at the two-guard spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Trailblazers ended up having a lot of troubles. He had 6 points, and part of that scoring came from beyond the arc, adding a few threes to his already impressive season total. Some ongoing concerns right now for the team, as he's been putting up paltry numbers for a longer stretch than anyone would like to see. Let's see if he can kickstart into high gear while the season is still young. Back to you guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. What do you think held him back?
You know, he certainly didn't seem to have the same level of energy that we're accustomed to seeing. I mean, he just looked a bit fatigued out there.
Yep, mentally and physically. I mean, it wasn't just he was a step slow. He also seemed to get down on himself and lose his energy and enthusiasm and confidence. He needs to find a spark here tonight.
Looking at Dallas, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Rockets.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
Well, that's always a disadvantage when you get blasted on the glass. They needed to do a much better job of getting inside position, and if you can't do that, it's going to be a long day on the backboards.
Dallas, no good that time either.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Fast break, Dallas. Mayo's running. Dishes to McGee. And Villanueva now atop the key. Mayo kicks to Villanueva. And the officials call a traveling violation. And a chance now to look at the small forwards who have been dominant this season offensively. Fourth, Chandler Parsons.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Well, we know the small forward spot is where the bulk of the scoring load rests on most teams. I mean, those players on that list always come through in the scoring department. These guys pack a lot of firepower.
To stop the run. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ross on the wing. The three. The shot is off.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
Mayo, that's good.
Shaked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
And got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
And through the first half, a pretty lot. It's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Freak.
Villanueva comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Parsons. And Barea subbed in for Wesley Matthews. So for Toronto right now, Sykes, he's in at the point. Zeller is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Damari Carroll. And it's Joseph in at the 2. And the shot is good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Screen by Villanueva. Outside Williams. To the left side wing. Barea. They get it back. They shoot again. It's deflected. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded by Williams. Zeller against Villanueva. Here's Freak. And the 3-ball is good. Freak's got 19 points. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Toronto.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Dallas has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Barea, the pass to Williams. They set the pick. He feeds it to Villanueva. They need this. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Cody Zeller. For Dallas, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. That's good from Villanueva.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Patterson comes in for Valanciunas, and it's Ross in for Corey Joseph. Toronto's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. It's stolen by Barea. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Patterson. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Freak. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
For Dallas, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. Raptors leading by 23. Freak with it. Williams picks him up. Freak dishes to Ross. And Patterson kicks to Freak. Back to Patterson. Ross on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Freak missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Barea kicks to Williams. He got right to the cup using that screen. Williams has got 8 points.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
It's stolen by Barea. And now Barea running the floor all by himself. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. Some changes here for the Mavericks. Pachulia comes in for JaVale McGee. And Deron Williams is subbed in for Parsons. And some changes here for the Raptors. We've got Matthews. Pachulia is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's J.J. Barea. And it's Williams at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Time now for an injury report.
Well, guys, the head athletic trainer for the Mavericks let me know the status. It doesn't seem like too drastic of an injury. That is going to make things very hard on them in what is still a very young season. Hopefully, as early as it is, he has time to recover and help this team down the road. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it, and better than ever.
Greg, I sure hope you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though, let's hope for the best.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And, Greg, that kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Matthews. Nowitzki outside. Outside Williams. 6 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Matthews. Offline with his 3.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Freak. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks trailed by 19.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Raptors.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, every team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? It's got to be frustrating to shoot so poorly when the other team is on fire.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year. And when it's been a while since you've seen a team like this, it always feels good to take the first game of the season series. And that's exactly what's taking place here tonight against the Mavericks.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Freak. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
To the inside. Back to Valanciunas. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Some good play from Valanciunas in this one. He's got 8 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
Charlie Villanueva's checked in for the Mavericks. Mayo comes in for J.J. Barea. There's 38 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Mayo, the pass to Williams. Back to Mayo, off the screen, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Boy, you got to love that assist by Darren Williams.
And it's the Raptors' ball. They lead by 14. Here's Freak. Drills it from outside.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
That's a 2 from Matthews. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny.